What's going on, Irish fans? Welcome back to Breaking Down Breeze Boys podcast. Today's going to be one of my favorite videos. I was actually lucky enough to get an interview with Notre Dame commit for 2020, Elijah Taylor. Elijah Taylor is a 6'8" power forward from Philadelphia who just committed to Notre Dame in the early signing period this winter, I believe. He had offers from Virginia Tech, Georgia, Penn State, and Dayton. So a lot of really good schools. He was a 3-star recruit, but a lot of people think he could have been higher, 4-star, including myself. Something really cool is that he's a state champion. I couldn't find this, but I believe all 3 years he played in the high school playoffs, which isn't this year, he was a state champion. He's super strong. Mike Bray compared him to Ty Nash. I've also seen Bonzi Colson comparisons. He's super athletic. He plays super hard. In my opinion, he'll be an instant contributor next year. And even when he's not scoring the ball, he can be super valuable. So it can allow guys like Prentice Hub and Cormac Ryan to get a ton of shots up. He's really athletic. He blocks a lot of shots, as you see in these clips. He can shoot it a little bit, even though guys were playing off of him. And yeah, he will be at Notre Dame in 2020, along with Matt Zona and Tony Sanders in that recruiting class. So hopefully he can make an instant impact just like all of them. So there's a little preview of him if you guys don't know him yet. You will know him next year because he's going to make a big impact on this team, even if he's not scoring the ball. But he was cool enough to do an interview with me, my first ever interview, so that was really cool. My first question was, why did you choose Notre Dame? The answer was, I chose Notre Dame because it fit my personal description. It has both sides of the coin. It gives me an opportunity to excel in the classroom and an opportunity to excel on the floor. This shows that Elijah values academics as well as basketball, just like pretty much every Notre Dame player ever. But you can tell he's a smart guy, especially with the depth in these answers. He also had offers from like Georgia, which I live in Georgia. It's really hard to get in there, especially if you live in state. So you can tell he's pretty smart. And like he said, he wants to excel in basketball and academics. So that's really good. My other question, this one I probably should have asked a better question. But I said if you talk with Matt Zona and Tony Sanders since being recruited, he said he's talked with Matt Zona and not Tony Sanders. I probably should have asked a question with more depth, but that's all right. Now on to the third question I asked him. It was, if you could describe your game to Notre Dame fans, what would you say? And here's his answer. He said, if I could describe my game to Notre Dame fans, I would describe it as me being a physical spark. You will see that kid plays with heart and soul on the floor. I really liked his answer to this question. This is exactly what I've heard about him throughout looking him up, articles, seeing stuff on Twitter. I've seen he plays super hard. He's going to put everything on the line, and it's abundantly clear. If you look at his highlights even, like you saw earlier in the video, when he got that block, he almost like flew over his teammate and fell. You can see he really wants it, unlike some guys, nobody at Notre Dame, but that's beside the point. You can really see he cares, and you'll never be able to accuse him of not caring, just like guys like Rex Pfluger and John Mooney over the years. So yeah. And then the last question I asked him was, is there a different feeling playing in high school after you've committed? I know this isn't really a Notre Dame question. I was just curious because I always thought that'd be a weird feeling, knowing where you're going to play next while you're still playing somewhere else. But here's his answer. There isn't necessarily a different feeling. Some seniors fall victim to growing content after committing. Even I did to an extent. I guess it would change how people targeted you or their outlook about you. So that's going to wrap it up. Elijah, if you're watching, thank you for doing the interview with me. It's my first one. Hopefully I can get some more in the future with commits or whatever. Maybe we can get Elijah on once we start the podcast. That'd be really cool. I'll have a new video coming out probably next week about Matt Zona, maybe Cormac Ryan, and then we'll have the season recap once all the recruiting stuff is done, like when Trey Wirtz commits. I saw we're out of Luther Muhammad's top 8, so that kind of sucks. But other than that, not much. I'll put Elijah's Twitter. I don't have Instagram, so I don't know if he has Instagram. And I'll put some highlight videos in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Go Irish. Thank you, Elijah. And peace.